Thank you, Honorable Chair, Madam Co-Lead, and distinguished delegates. My name is Elaine Wen, and I'm pleased to start off this committee session today and speak on behalf of the UN Major Group on Children and Youth on Implementation. Much of the co-lead's draft paper wrestles between this trade-off between theoretical fairness and political feasibility. As such, the multilateral support discussed earlier is necessary for this protocol to rid current imbalances, particularly to help these developing countries in regards to implementation. However, it is the case that in future negotiations, we ultimately note that bilateral processes can prevent these imbalances from appearing in the first place by working against one-sided negotiations. In the quoted evidence from Article 14 in the International Center for Tax and Development in the co-lead's paper, policies from multilateral treaties are not automatic. This reveals the critical reality at hand that's not only the imbalances between member states but also that multilateral conventions don't magically necessitate immediate implementation. From a youth economist perspective, I study especially how digitalized and globalized economies moves at a quicker pace than anyone can anticipate. Thus, the status quo isn't an option, and we require an immediate response. However, we emphasize other delegate sentiment that bilateralism and multilateralism are not mutually exclusive, and thus we support the hybrid approach with annexes being a possible solution. For example, we support the protocol's inclusion of the fast-tracking implementation mechanism, but allow for those final negotiations to become bilateral. As raised by member states, furthermore, we acknowledge how something like multilateral, like the MLI, might be too prescriptive, with implementation issues considering varying national legal systems. This is a good case study of how something too multilateral might actually counteract feasible implementation and prevent the tangible benefits that the fair taxation that we're looking to materialize. I completely agree that we're not here to create an empty paper that's void of solutions, and I don't consider this a matter of remaining silent, but instead providing ample multilateral support towards implementation through these instruments while allowing nations to negotiate as equals without the systemic inequality. Thank you, and I yield my time.
Thank you.